We got a new story from Kentucky basketball that has come out that is pretty crazy here, and it comes to us from Collin Chandler, who gave some quotes to Tyler Thompson at Mrs. Tyler KSR, who writes or I think does a lot of work actually for KSR, Kentucky Sports Radio. So you can read the article version of this in one of their live updates from the Field of 68's trip to Lexington. A lot of good stuff came out from the Field of 68 yesterday, and this was one of those moments. But the story was this. Collin Chandler said that Kam Williams hit 10 threes in a row during a Kentucky scrimmage in practice this week, just 2 days ago on Monday. Collin's own words on this were, "It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Contested or not, 10 in a row, 30 points straight." Now, if I have the context of this story correct, this is not drills. This is not practice. This is not wide open catch and shoots. This is not 1-on-1. This is not 2-on-2. This was a 5-on-5 up and down the floor scrimmage where live ball was being played. And with 9 other players on the court, Kam Williams took over and scored 30 straight points by hitting 10 straight threes in a scrimmage. That is crazy if this actually happened. And Collin Chandler claims it did. What does this mean to you, Cart?
I mean, for the love of Adolph Rupp, can someone get a goddamn hand up? That's what it really, that's the first thing. Like, did we not want to get a hand after the first four? We let them just rip off another six? Like, are we going under screens? What's happening? But no, that's the just the funny side of it, the negative side of it. Letting someone just torture your ass for 10 threes, like get a hand up, do something to throw him off. But on the other side, it's the flip side of this. This, like to your point, I feel like you really hit the nail on the head. This in this setting is moving me, and it's impressive to do in this setting. This isn't like a money ball pro-am situation. This in practice when the 5-on-5 happens, that shit gets competitive. Like guys go at it, and if he has the ability to do this, that is a very massive green flag for this Kentucky team. Having Kam Williams be a guy that can knock down shots, and if he can get hot like this, because 10 threes is in a scrimmage setting is crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to take the same approach you did to our little moment in this segment. I'd like to start with a joke, and then I'd like to follow up with some actual I'm impressed sentiments. Here's my joke. Get you a friend who gasses you up as much as any Kentucky player gasses up any other Kentucky player. That's been the story of this offseason for me, right? I mean, one by one, I feel like we heard like, who was it? Like Jalen Lowe being like, I've never seen a player like Trent Noah. And then now I've never seen anything like Kam Williams in practice the other day. Like I guarantee you, like if you hung around Jasper Johnson long enough, he'd probably hit you with, I've never seen someone pass their driver's test quicker than Jaden Quaintance. Okay, like yes, I would love to have a friend that just makes me feel as impressive as any Kentucky player has talked up their teammates. I joke about it, but at the same time, let's also appreciate it because it is what Mark Pope wants to build, and it is special. And he brings in certain players that are good people and loving, right? That's it. Kind of is a gimmick. I make jokes about it, but it's also real. Like the people that put the Kentucky jersey on are good kids who are genuinely very happy to be there, that love their teammates, and want to prop them up as much as possible. You will not have locker room issues under Mark Pope at Kentucky ever. And that's abundantly clear from the way these guys talk about each other, which I think is pretty cool. It'd be fun to root for. On the important side of this to me, so Kam Williams is mocked in NBA mock drafts by smart people, right? He's a lottery pick on certain sites down the years, a couple of years down the line, even not necessarily saying he is that right now. But it's been the hardest guy for me to square my expectations for on this Kentucky roster because I feel like I know who most of these other guys are outside of Jasper, who we haven't seen in college yet. Like, I know who Jalen Lowe is. Otega is Otega, as they love to say. We know who pretty much everybody on this roster is going to be and what their role is going to be. Kam Williams is a guy who simultaneously NBA people are like, keep an eye on him. He might be a lottery pick. But then reports coming out of Kentucky practices this summer have been like, yeah, it's taken Cam some time to adjust. He might not be a starter on this team, right? Like I have not been able to square that. Even like, they took a picture that went viral yesterday. They were doing like the media pictures, and the presumed starting five was taking pictures together in it. And Kam Williams isn't in it. Like it's Diabate, Garrison, Otega, Jalen Lowe, and Aberdeen.
Mm.
So like it's hard for me to process what do NBA people see in the guy that scored 9 a game last year at Tulane with what Kentucky people are saying they're seeing in practice, which is a guy struggling with the level. Now, maybe it's just going to take him some time because now we're finally getting a report that Kam Williams did something totally unstoppable. Nobody on this roster had an answer for it. And that must be the upside here that NBA people are confident in. It must be there somewhere. It must be this guy who can just take over a game. And in this setting, it sounds like he took over a scrimmage. I'm excited to see what it looks like this season because if he is coming off the bench, like, does he have like I don't know, like a Jamal Crawford level impact where he checks in and can kind of be the get him the ball and let him go guy? That would be really fun for me to watch on this team. And I don't know. I think this is real. This is one of those things. They've had so many shooting updates, so many stories, hyperbolically so this summer that have come out. Most of them I've laughed at and been like, whatever, this is smoke. I'm not laughing at this one. This is something that I believe happened, which is crazy impressive and very noteworthy to me going into the year.
Uh, could he? I mean, there's not a world where he is a Brea type off the bench, right? He won't shoot at that incredible of a clip.
I mean, he could be in theory. I do think Brea is just a more pure dead eye, one of the best shooters of all time. But it also, like, I don't think Brea would ever hit 10 straight threes in a scrimmage, you know?
I
Like,
mean, he'd do it in a game.
he could, but at some point, someone would be like, take this dude away. And if you get in Kobe Brea's shorts, there's nothing you can do, you know?
So okay, yeah. So that leads to this once again. Someone let us into a gym once in a while. God damn it! I want to see what this looked like.
Well, we're not Jeff and Rob, so we can't get inside the gym for these type of things, you know?
Well, but that's probably the right call because after seven, there's no way you and I are just over there talking about some.
Yeah,
Hmm,
that's extremely true. Yeah.
hmm.
You and I are like fall we're on the court. They have to
Oh
stop.
my God! Get a fucking hand up!
We're
Like
we're tackling Kam Williams in the middle of practice.
talking
Like,
about running to the center court, talking about up top. Hey.
yeah, right. Also, let's be real. You don't normally find your way into gyms. Gyms normally find their way into you. Slim gyms.
Oh,
Yeah. I've seen your road trip snacks of choice.
you know, guy buys beef jerky one time.
Big
Damn it!
beef jerky guy. It's crazy.
Oh, I like beef jerky. I'm
It's a
sorry.
wild pick on a 7-hour road trip.
It is wild, and I admit that, but damn it, I like it.
All right. Well, last question for me. Who was checking him in the practice?
Trent Noah.
Did anyone switch him?
I don't know, man. We need a like was Aberdeen guarding him?
Was Collin Chandler guarding him? And Collin Chandler's like, damn, this is crazy.
Damn, what's that 10?
Like, whoa, what am I supposed to do, coach?
Coach, what I do? I just want to dunk ball.
Yeah, I think the defensive stuff's a fair concern, though. I do.
That's the last thing. I'm just picturing the balls in the air and like it looks like Collin Chandler's like a 7-year-old just watching the ball tomorrow. Whoa.
Yeah, Mark Pope's on the sideline screaming, "Get a fucking hand!" And Collin Chandler's like, "This is crazy."
Whoa. Another one.